Good morning, Michelle here. I have a new workout this morning. There's 16 exercises. It's actually 8 exercises. In between each exercise, we're going to do jump rope. So the timer will be set for 16 rounds. It's 10-second rest, 30-second work. So we're going to push it hard for 30 seconds, and we're going to go through it 3 times. So I'll go through them as we do them. Most of them you've seen before. I'll have the full breakdown on my webpage, mycrazyworkout.com, and I'll give you options for some of them if you don't want to jump or do the hop. If you don't have a jump rope, you can do jumping jacks, you can jog in place, anything to get the heart rate up. And if you don't want to jump, I'll give you the alternative for no jumps. Okay? So, timer's gonna look like this. I'm gonna keep this over here. I have the kettlebell and my sandbag out here. If you don't have those, you can use dumbbells for almost all the moves. Okay, I have the protective cover on. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's 10-second rest, 30-second work, and we will start with the first exercise and then go into the skip rope. So I've already warmed up because I've had to move everything out of the way. If you haven't, do a little bit of a warm-up, 2 to 5 minutes of jogging in place, jump rope, whatever you want to do. And we are going to get started. The first one is either you can use your kettlebell or a sandbell. I'll show you, or a sandbag. I'll show you the different options. It's a kettlebell up and over to a burpee push-up. So I'll use the kettlebell the first time through, and I will use the sandbag the next time through to show you. If you don't have them and you have a dumbbell, you can use the dumbbell. You're just going to pick it up by the ends of the dumbbell, not by the handle. Okay? So once the timer goes off, you get a 10-second break to get everything set up. Have your jump rope ready, have a water. I'll show you the alternative for that too, if you don't want to jump. Whoops. My rope was rolled up in my bag. I thought I had twisted it. Okay, gotta work the kinks out of my rope. Squat with an overhead shoulder press. Squat low, and then press the bag overhead. Keep the chest lifted. Now, if you don't have a bag, you can use the kettlebell or dumbbells. You don't have to use any weight at all if you're a beginner. Jump rope. See if I can get this untwisted. There we go. Make sure you're holding your stomach in when you jump. Chest is lifted, chin is up. Concentrate on contracting the abs. Keep your core tight. Dive bombers are next. If you don't want to do dive bombers, you can do push-ups. Hands shoulder width apart. Take the head between the hands and roll down and up into an upward facing dog, and then roll back. Now, if this is too much, drop to your knees and do a push-up. You'll get to the dive bombers. Jump rope is next. And then we have a sandbag roll-up. And you don't need the sandbag for the roll-ups. You can do a roll-up with your hands in the air. You're laying on the back, rolling up, contracting the abdominals. Or you can use the kettlebell or a dumbbell. I'll show you. Put the bag behind you. Jump rope. Then we're going to use our towel with the kettlebell. If you have a kettlebell, tricep extension and overhead extension. If you have dumbbells, same thing. Or the bag, it doesn't matter. If you don't have a weight, you can do dips. So, if you have a kettlebell, the towel loops behind the kettlebell, or in the handles of the kettlebell, and it's an overhead extension. Now, if you have the sandbag, it would be like so. I'll turn, elbows face up. You're bending from the elbows to the hands. The elbows to the shoulders stay stationary. Okay? Jump rope. We're moving. You should be breathing. By round 3, you should be panting hard, huh? If you're a beginner and you only want to start with 1 round, you do the first round. If you feel good enough and you want to move to the second round, you can, or you can stop there and work up to the second and third rounds. Okay, plank knee drives are next. I'm gonna put my towel down. In a plank position, knee drive right to the left arm, left to the right arm. Rotate that body, hit those obliques. Keep your back flat, no arch in the back, no up high. If you're a beginner, you can go to 1 knee. Roll that body in. Rotate it so that you're turning that knee up. Jump rope. Then we have a new one after this. It's a side lunge, and we're going to go to a 1-legged clean. So, I'll show you without the bag first, or the weight. You can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell. But I notice my left leg is weaker than the right leg. and I need to do more individual moves, like the one-legged deadlifts and these. Okay, right leg side squat, or a side lunge, and then you bring the knee up. Down, knee up. Now, if you add weight, it's going to make it a little harder for balance. Jump rope, and we're going to do it on the left side. My left side is the weak side. I'm not as controlled, I'm shakier. But we need to build up strength in both sides of the body. Okay, so the left side looks like this. Left leg, and then come up, out, and up. Now this will be trickier for me because I'm weaker on the left side. Down, roll up, down, roll up, down to a clean. Jump rope, and this will be one round. 2 more to go. Core is tight. Open that mouth and breathe. And push it. Work hard. You only have to work hard for 30 seconds. You can do it. Towel off, get a drink if you need to. Okay, second time through, I'm going to use the bag for the up and overs and a burpee push-up. And I'm going to show you no jump. If you don't want to jump doing the burpees, you walk into them. Down, down, in, and up. Okay, my first 1 or 2 will be a walking burpee. If you want to do the hop, you do the hop. Your bag, you're going to pick up by the end caps. If you have a bigger bag and they don't have the end handles, you grab the material and you go up and over, okay? Core, shoulders, it's like an all-over body move because you got to keep your core tight. You're working your obliques and your shoulders as you rotate it. Let's get started. Remember, I'm not hopping the first couple. I'm going to show you how to do the beginner. 10-second break. First 2, I'll do walking out. And then the third one, we're going all out. I will have gotten all the beginner moves out. Up and over. If you don't want to hop, you step over, walk out, and in. Up and over. Step over. Walk out and in. Up and over. Step over. Walk out. Walk in. Up and over. That's your beginner move. Okay? Okay, if you don't have a jump rope, you can do jumping jacks or you can jog in place. I'll show you. Here's jogging in place. High knees. 30 seconds. If you don't want to jog, you can march. Core is tight. Keep the abs tight. Keep the shoulders up. Or you can do jumping jacks. If you don't want to jump, side out. Just keep moving, okay? You don't have to add the hops in to get your heart rate up. Push hard for those 30 seconds. Squat with a shoulder press. If you don't have a sandbag and you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you would hold the weight in front, feet are hip width apart, all the way down, press up. It's like a goblet squat. Now, the lower you go, the more you engage the glutes. Press through those heels to come up. If you only go halfway, you're hitting more of the hamstring. So if you want to engage the glutes and get a nice round, firm glute, you need to, or butt, you need to drop as far as you can. Jump ropes next. Okay? You can do the jumping jack, touch jack, whatever you want to do, variation for your cardio. Bombers are next. If you want to do push-ups, stick with your push-ups. Drop to the knees if you need to for the push-ups. You work at your level. 2, 3. Keep that core tight. Leave that out because we're going to do roll-ups next. I'll just slide it in so my jump rope doesn't catch it. Roll-ups are next. I'm going to show you with the kettlebell. If you don't have a sandbag, same thing. Knees are bent, arms are over the chest. Engage the abdominals to lift up. Don't pull and use momentum. You should be contracting the abdominals. Your feet should not lift off the floor. If your feet are helping you pull up, only if you can't get up, go to where you can. If you need help, hands down and press yourself up. Okay? You can modify it, but I don't want you using momentum to get up. I want you to concentrate on the core and making it stronger. So if you have to push your hands onto the mat to help you get up, do that. Don't pull up with your back and your shoulders, okay? Put your hands down. When you get stuck, boost yourself up and then lift your hands and round up, okay? Okay. Extensions. I don't have dumbbells out here, but it would be like when I held the bag. The dumbbells would go in both hands, or if you only have one, you'd hold it by the end in both hands, and you want to keep your elbows and your shoulders stationary. They are not moving. You are bending from the elbows and dropping down. That weight's going to come down the middle of your back. And that gravity pulls that weight down. So what's nice is you get a little bit further range of motion if you use a towel around the kettlebell. The dumbbell is limited because the weight is It's not hanging like it is when you do the kettlebell or the bag, but use what you've got. Oh, I didn't show you dips. I think everybody knows dips, right? I'll show you that. If you don't have any weight, you can do a dip. So if you don't have weight for the extensions, you can do a dip either on a bench or on the floor, but make sure your hands are close, okay? Plank knee drives. In a plank position, in. Bring that knee in, pass the hand. Rotate. Engage the oblique of the knee that you're bringing in. Oh, we have those side lunges next. I'll do them with the kettlebell in case you don't have a bag. I'll show your form with the kettlebell. Here's the kettlebell. You're gonna hold it. You're breathing hard. Lunge out and clean it up. You know what? I think you're better off. This one might be tough. You might have to do, there we go. Do it like this and clean. Down and clean up. Down. Sit that butt back as you drop that weight down. Back is flat, knee is lined up with the ankle, and you're pushing your butt back, okay? Jump rope. Now, that was if you didn't want to lift your leg up for balance, okay? On the right leg because it's stronger, and I need to do the left leg with the balance. So that right side was a beginner move. You can do that with the bag, the dumbbell, the kettlebell. Doesn't matter. Now to add the balance in. Woo. Down and come up and hold. Down and come up and hold. Down, up and hold. Core is tight. Jump rope. That's round 2. We have one more round. We're gonna all out push for the last round. If you've made it this far, I've given you all the variations for beginners. Third round, I'm going all hops and all advances, okay? Push it hard. Towel off, get a drink, get everything in position for your third and final round. I need a drink. I'll do the sandbag up and over to a burpee push-up because I did step steps the last time. I walked out instead of a hop. Let's hit it hard. If you have more energy and you want to go through this a 4th or a 5th round, you go right ahead. You should be pressing yourself pretty hard though for 3 rounds of these. Squat down and get the bag. Up and over the head. Down, hop up. Into a plank. Push up. Oh, wow. Jump rope, push it. Squat and shoulder press. Get that weight up there. Squat low. Drop that butt all the way down. Press through the heels to come up. Jump rope, dive bombers are next. Push it. Dive bombers are next. I really put the towel down to catch my sweat so my mat doesn't get slippery. Roll-ups are after this. Keep your core tight when you do your jump rope. Don't let that belly flop around. Concentrate on training it and holding it in. Roll-ups are next. Jump rope. Then we have have kettlebell extensions or a sandbag or a dumbbell, doesn't matter. Weighted extension, tricep extension. What's nice about this workout is you can do it anywhere. You can take your jump rope to the park, and all you need is your jump rope. All of the exercises, like I said, if you don't want to drag your bag or you don't have one, these become dips. Find a set of steps and do your dips off the steps, or do them off the ground like I did. All of the moves can be done without any weight. So there's no excuse. The jump rope is light. If you don't have a jump rope, you can do jumping jacks. But everything can be done in a park, in a playground, at the beach, wherever you are. Every single move can be done without weight, with one type of weight. I've showed you all the variations. You just need to apply it. Plank knee drives are next. I'll put this down so I don't drip sweat. Listen, if these hurt your wrist, you can do the bicycle. You roll over onto your back and you pull the knee in. No wrist pain, no back pain, but you're still getting the oblique. You're crossing the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. And when you can, hold the plank, then you can do the knee drives, okay? I didn't show you that variation, sorry. Here come those side lunge, clean and balance. That's what we're going to call them. Wow. What I learned when I talked to them in Ultimate Sandbag was you don't want your sandbag rigid. They've made the bags a little bit bigger now so that they fit more, like 30 pounds never fit. It was tight in my bag. It now is loose and the weight should shift, which throws you off balance, which forces you to engage your core and keep those muscles tight. When it's rigid, it doesn't shift around. And it's like lifting weight, like a barbell. And that's what they said, that the weight, the sandbag weight is not the same as a regular metal plate weight. I can't talk and do these. Not on the left side. pace the weight of your sandbag on how much you can normally lift. These exercises are a multifunctional exercise. So the weight is shifting around in there. And if you could normally do 50 pounds with dumbbells or something, your weight's gonna change with the sandbag because it bends and it shifts and you've got gravity involved there where it's hanging down. So your range of motion, you can go further with it. Where a dumbbell, you have to stop. So you can do all these moves without any weight. Even that last one that I did. If you're at a park and you don't have any weights, all you do is a side lunge and come up to a stand. Side lunge and up to a stand. That's it. You can use your body weight for all these exercises. Now, I'm gonna give you a 5-minute bonus. If you have a sandbag or a kettlebell or even a dumbbell, we're gonna use it. We're gonna do 5-minute countdown. And we're gonna go, I'm gonna show this to you. We're already warmed up. You're gonna lunge out to the right. So the bag's gonna go to the outside of your knee. Bring it around your head, okay? From here, you do a front leg right and come back. And then a front leg left and back. And then you're gonna alternate and you're gonna go to the left side. Bring it around, and you're gonna lunge front and back to the left. So it's all on the right leg, and it's all on the left leg. The bag goes to the bent knee, okay? The knee that is bending, that is close to the body, is where the bag is gonna end up. If you have a kettlebell, it will look like this. You will go out, and whoops, you'll go out and you'll bring it around and then you'll lunge out and then you'll go back and then you'll go to the left. Out and you'll bring it around and you'll lunge out and back. Okay? We're gonna put it on a 5-minute countdown. We're gonna do as many of them as we can in 5 minutes. Get a drink, then I'll cool you down. Set your timer. This is just a bonus. If you don't want to do this, you can stop now, fast forward to the stretch. Okay. Whew. This is going to be tough. Okay, do what you can. Stop and take breaks when you need to. I might take breaks too. If you feel off balanced or tired, stop, catch your breath, regroup, and start back up. Don't try and push through. Okay, so it's gonna look like this. It's literally a 5-minute countdown. I'm soaking wet. No rounds on this. We're going through it one time. I'm going to move all this stuff so I have plenty of room on the mat. Get a drink. Now's your time. Because as soon as I hit this timer, we are starting with the right leg. Now listen, you can do all of this without weight, okay? So if you want to come along, you'd go right, you'd go overhead, you'd go right out, and right back. And then it'd be the left. Left, overhead, left out, left back. Okay? Ready? Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Handles up. You want the wide grip handles so that we can swing this bag. If they're too close, you're gonna end up too close and hitting your face and your head. So you want the wide handles on the bottom so that you have a row grip, okay? Let's go, right legs first. Out, swing it around, and then we're gonna lunge right, and then a reverse lunge right, and then left, Swing it around, and you're gonna lunge out left, and then back left, right, swing it around, woo, right out, and right back. My hands are sweaty. Left, and around, left out, and left reverse lunge. Right, and around, right out, right back. Left, and around, left out, and left back. Right, and around, right out, right back. Left. Oops, I forgot to do a round. Sorry. Right, and around, right out, right back. Left, and around, left out, left back. Right, around, right out, back, left, and around, left out, left back. 2 minutes and 45 seconds. You can do it. Take breaks when you need to. Left out, bring it around. Front lunge, then a reverse lunge. Weight gets heavy. If it gets too heavy, put it down. Left and around, out and back. Right and around, right out, right back. My arms are tired. Left and around, left out, left back, right and around, right out, right back, left and around, left out, left back. Minute and 20. Right and around, right out. Left and around, left out, and left back. Right and around, right out, right back. Left and around, left out, left back. Right around, right out, right back. Left and around, left out, left back. Right around, right out, right back. Left and around, finish it up. Left out, left back. Woo. That's it. We're done. Grab your drink. Towel off. Your obliques feeling it today? We did quite a bit engaging the core. Shoulders got a good workout. Take your towel, press it up over your head, pull on those towel ends and straighten those arms. Pull the arms back, stretch out the shoulders and the back. It should look like this. And release it one more time. Release those shoulders and do it one more time. Bring them up, bring the arms up, pull out on the towel. You're gonna wanna remember this position because I have one of my old workouts where we do squats, prisoner squats, where the arms are either behind the head or you can take them over the head. And by holding a towel up and engaging the muscles, not just holding it up here like this, but literally, you know, if you need to hold it up closer, but the wider you go, the more you engage the lats as you squat down, okay? We're gonna do that. I have to do that when it's a buns and guns workout, and I have it, but I don't have a video of it. Okay, back to the arms. Take the hand, right hand, pull in on the palm, stretch out the forearms. We did a lot of gripping today between holding on to the jump rope and holding on to the sandbag or the weight. Now, turn the hand up, turn the arm up, arm is shoulder height, pull in on the palm and stretch out the top of the forearm, okay? You can take your wrist and circle it around. If you have weak wrists and you can't do planks, you can do forearms or grip strength. But really the best way to get used to it is to do your plank. When you get tired and your wrists start to hurt, drop down to your forearms and balance on your forearms. And when you aren't tired anymore and they don't hurt, go back up to your hands. Okay, take that left hand, pull in on the palm, and then turn it up and pull in on the palm and get the upper part of the forearm. And then hold it here, rotate it around, and then take it the other way. Take the right arm and pull it across the chest. Stretch, you want your hand in here in the bicep and tricep between the shoulder and the elbow. Never put pressure on your joints. By pushing in on them, you hyperextend them and you'll end up hurting them. You don't want to apply force to those joints, so use your muscle, pull in on your muscle. Take your hand behind you, grip that wrist, pull back. Now while you have it back here, take those hands and clasp them together. We're not lifting up, we're pressing straight down. Roll those shoulder blades back. So do me a favor, round those shoulders up, roll them back into place, and now you're set. Now press down. Try and keep those palms together as you press down. If you lift up, your palms lift out. You want to push down and push those shoulder blades down and release it. Bring the left arm across. Apply pressure right at the tricep and the bicep. And release it. Grab the wrist with the right hand. Pull in, pull down. Take those hands, place them together. Do this, roll up, shrug your shoulders, roll back. Now they're in place. Press down. And you should be in position. Remember to hold that stomach in. Engage that core. Hold it tight. Train it to stay in. And release it. We're going to drop down to the floor. Stretch out the legs. If you have a towel and you need it, bring the towel along. If you have a strap, you can use your jump rope. Take that rope, or take whatever you have, towel, rope. Or if you're flexible, you can grab the toes with your hand, straighten up that leg and stretch out the hamstring. A lot of people will pull their head in and pull the leg in. We want to keep the leg straight to feel that stretch. And then you take it back to where you can feel a pull that goes down the glute. You don't have to lift the head up. You can keep it down and put the focus on the hamstring and the glute. Every time you do this, release it, take a deep breath, inhale. As you exhale, see if you can lower that leg just a little bit further. Breathe that breath into that muscle and see if you can loosen that muscle and stretch it a little bit further. Each time you'll get a little bit better at it. Now with your towel in your right hand, lower that right leg out to the side and only go to where you can keep your hips on the ground. So if you can only go to here, you don't want that left hip rolling over. You want the hip on the ground. Now instead of trying to pull it up in a big arc, we're going to bend the knee and bring it into the thigh. You're going to put it in the inner thigh of the left leg, and you're going to press that knee down to the floor, and you're going to feel a hip or a stretch in the hip and in the groin, in the inner thigh area. You're going to release it and pull that knee in. Cross the right leg over the left. Take the hands behind the left knee. Pull in on the left knee, pressing the right elbow into the right knee and press it out. You should feel a stretch in the hip. Hip, hamstring, and thigh. And release it. Drop that right leg and send it out. Don't worry, we're going to cross over. We're going to do the obliques, but we're focusing on the legs first, okay? Left leg goes up, towel, strap, jump rope, whatever you have, wrap it around your foot, or if you're flexible enough to hold your foot and keep your arm extended. I'm working on the tightness in my hamstrings, so I've been doing yoga and I always stretch, so I'm getting better. And lower that leg out. You only want to drop it. You don't want that hip to roll and lift off the ground. So you only want to drop it to where you feel that stretch, but the hip is in contact with the floor. So if that means you're only here, you should feel that stretch in the inner thigh. Concentrate on breathing and releasing the hip. A lot of people are tight in their hips, and you have to release the muscle and the tension in those hips. And the only way to do it is to stretch. And you'll start, and your range of motion might only be to here. And each time, you might get a little bit further and a little bit further. It just takes time. Okay, now bend that leg in. Foot goes into the thigh. Drop that left knee to the floor. Feel that stretch in the hip on the left side and the inner thigh and groin of the left leg. Release it, pull the knee in. You're going to cross the left leg over the right. You're going to pull in on the right knee and press that left elbow into the left knee. Release it. Uncross the legs. Keep the knees here. Pull them in. And you're going to roll. Circle the knees around and massage the spine and the back. Don't worry, we'll roll over and give yourself a good stretch here in a minute. Rotate it and go counterclockwise. Now, your hips should be a little bit looser and your spine should be looser now. So we can take those feet down to the floor. Hands come out to the side. You're going to lower the legs to the right and you're going to look to the left. You should feel a stretch in the oblique on the left leg. Deep breath, inhale. As you exhale, roll the legs up to the front and then over to the left. As your legs go to the left, your face goes to the right. Looking over the right shoulder. Your shoulders should stay on the floor, grounded on the mat. If they're lifting up, you're dropping your legs too far and rolling those hips. And release. From here, lay down, roll over onto the stomach. Knees are wide, feet are together. Sit the butt onto the feet. Drop the chest through the knees. Drop the forearms to the floor and the head down to the floor. Flat back, child's pose. Now you're going to bring your hands up. You're going to bring your body forward through the hands into a laying position, and we're going to roll up into a cobra or an upward facing dog. Cobra, you're pressing the chest off the floor. Upward facing dog, you're balancing on your feet. Your pelvis is tight and the hip bones are pulled up. Your abdominals are tight too. And you're looking up. You can stay right here in the cobra stretch. Just remember to hold the abdominals in tight. Keep that pelvic floor lifted. Lower it down. One more time. Raise it up. Elbows are close to the chest. Back down. You're going to roll up onto the hands and knees. And you're going to do a cat-cow. Exhale and round the back. Inhale, arch it. Again, exhale, round it up. Inhale, arch that back and look up to the ceiling. One more time. Inhale. You're going to come to neutral spine here. And release it. That's it. I hope you had a good workout. If you enjoyed this, press like and subscribe to my channel. Have a good day, and I will see you soon.